Okay, so um, we had the mass outreach strategy. We had the sniping method. Um, and this is a strategy that I thought of myself. It was actually because the very first building that we got into um, was not even open yet when we contacted them, and they were happy to give us 10 units off the bat. And after a few months, I guess they liked working with us and they offered us 10 more. Um, so there's a lot of construction, a lot of development going across going on across America. Actually, they said a lot of cities are overdeveloping and there's not that much demand. So this is your chance to kind of swoop in and solve their problems and save the day. Um, let's say, for example, Austin. We're gonna Google um, buildings buildings under development in Austin. So here you can see here's an article from just a couple of months ago, October 2024, and it talks about all the buildings, multi-family towers and developments under construction, downtown Austin, hotel. Okay, so maybe you wanna take these and add it to your Excel sheet and um, give them a call or send them an email, right? Um, there's a lot of articles about how's the construction and development going on, right? Construction boom. So maybe you want to read it. Some of these you want to read it briefly and kind of understand the market, understand what's going on, right? If they're building, maybe there's a lot of demand. So here, Texas' tallest building under construction. That's interesting, right? Um, yeah. So pretty much, you're just googling. Here, you're googling, looking for buildings that are under construction that are not open yet. Because if you call them and you contact them, I'm sure that they will be happy to hear you want to take a bunch of units off of their hands before they're even open. So you're pretty much pre-leasing units from them right off the bat. Um, just keep in mind, guys, a lot of these buildings are gonna tell you no right away. A lot of times they don't know what they're saying, but if you tell them, hey, I want 50 units, maybe the corporate policy is no, but if you tell them 50 units, they're going to say, let me talk to ownership and see if they are willing to be flexible or change their mind. Um, and another thing I learned the hard way is even if you contact the building and ownership says no, property manager says no, um, you might want to write down on your Excel sheet, make a note like, hey, they said no, but maybe touch base with them a month later, 2 months later. Because there were some buildings that I contacted, I went and took a tour, and they told me ownership didn't really want to do Airbnb. They were considerate. Um, I left. They told me follow up next week. I left. I followed up the next week. They say, yeah, ownership says no at this time. They don't want to do Airbnb. Okay, cool, no problem. I forgot about them. Months go by, um, and my partner says, "Hey, I have a building that wants to let us do Airbnb," and he was like, "But doesn't this building name sound familiar?" And it was the building that we previously had toured. And what do you know? They switch property management companies. Like I said, these property management companies, they get switched out and changed all the time. um, you know, once a year, once every 2 years, ownership changes. Owners sell the building and things change, and then these new owners and the new property management company, they were fine with us doing Airbnb. So it's very important to follow up. Just because someone says no, do not let that discourage you. Just keep following up, and rapport with the property managers, and owners if you can, right? So if you want to read some articles about, what projects are being built and being constructed under development, feel free to do so. This is it for the, I guess you can call it the pre-opening strategy. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you guys in the next video.